of question 1A for annually, the frequency of the compounding is 1. The rate per period I is equal to K per M, which is 0.07 per frequency of the compounding, which is 1. The number of conversion periods N is equal to 8 years times frequency of the compounding, which is 1. The compound amount, we use a formula S equal to P, bracket 1 plus I plus bracket power of N, and we get 42,954 ringgit and 65 cents. The compound interest, we use a formula I equal to S minus P, and we get 17,954 ringgit and 65 cents. For semi-annually, the frequency of the compounding is 2. Quarterly, the frequency of the compounding is 4, and monthly, the frequency is 12. To find the rate per periods and the number of conversion periods of semi-annually, quarterly, and monthly, we use the same method regarding to annually. The compound amount of semi-annually, we get 43,349 ringgit and 65 cents. The compound interest, we get 18,349 ringgit and 65 cents. Next, for the quarterly, the compound amount, we get 43,555 ringgit and 34 cents. The compound interest, we get 18,555 ringgit and 34 cents. For the monthly, the compound amount S equal to P bracket 1 plus I plus bracket power of N, and we get 43,695 ringgit and 66 cents. The compound interest I equal to S minus P, and we get 18,695 ringgit and 66 cents. In conclusion, the more frequency the interest is compounded, the higher the compound amount and the compound interest will be.
In this question, we can extract the information that is provided. The amount of 3,500 ringgit is principal, as known as P, while the formula for interest rate is I equal to K per M, which means K represents as rate, while M is the number of interest period in a year. The last one that we need to know is the number of interest period is N equal to MT. Next, we will proceed with question A. As we could see at the timeline, 0 represents the starting point where Jimmy initially deposit P1 equal to 3,500 into his account. After 2 years, Jimmy withdraw 30% of his initially deposit P2 equal to 30% multiplied by 3,500. This leaves him with P3 equal to S1 minus P2, where S1 is the amount he had after 2 years. And the 5, this is the end point where we want to determine this final saving amount, which is S. Basically, in step 1, we want to find the amount of his saving in the first 2 years. By that, 3,500 in the bracket 1 plus 0.05 over 4 to the power of 8 will obtain 3,865 ringgit 70 cents. Step 2 is find the amount that he will withdraw, which is 30% of 3,865 ringgit 70 cents will obtain 1,159 ringgit 71 cents. Step 3 is to find the amount remaining after withdrawal. It's the amount after 2 years. S1 minus the withdrawal amount, P2 will earn 2705.99. Lastly, step 4 is the final saving amount is calculated using the same compound interest formula, but now with the remaining amount P3 as the principal and the number of years being 3. Why T equal to 3? It is because we already find the first 2 years. So in order to find 5 years, we need to find another 3 years. Just replace the information that we had into the formula. We will earn 3,140 ringgit 99 cents. P is earned by adding the saving that he had in 5 years with another deposited amount, which is 5,000. We'll obtain 8,140 ringgit 99 cents as a new P. And we need to find N. N equal to quarterly multiplied by another 4 years equal to 16, and I equal to 0.05 over 4. So we just replace the information that we had into the formula, and the final answer is 9,931 ringgit 11 cents. The that we get from the equation is P equal to 6,000 and 1 equal to 4 multiplied by 12, I1 equal to 4.5% per 12, and 2 equal to 2 multiplied by 3, I2 equal to K percent over 3. Based on the timeline, 0 represents the starting point where a principal amount P of 6,000 is invested. After 4 years, the investment grows to an amount known as S1. After 6 years, the investment reached a final value of 7,929 ringgit 57 cents. First thing first, we need to find S1. We just replace the information that we got in the previous slide into the formula. So we will obtain 7,180 ringgit 89 cents. Next, find the K percent. We need to replace S1 as new P. So just use the same formula. The final amount S is given as 7,929.57, while P T is 7180.89 in the bracket 1 plus k over 3 to the power of 2 multiplied by 3. So we just can simplify the equation and we'll obtain 4.8% as nominal interest rate compounded every 4 months.
We can get S is future value equal to 13,019.89 cents. P is principal equal to 6,000. And its number of interest period equal to 3 times T. I is periodic interest rate equal to 4.8% per 3. So to find the value of T, we can use a formula S equal to P bracket 1 plus I close bracket to the power of N. Then 13,019.89 cents equal to 6,000 bracket 1 plus 4.8% per 3 close bracket to the power of 3 times T. So to find the value of T, we must use log. After we simplify the log, we can get T equal to 48.8 per 3. So T equal to 16.26. But T is an integer. Therefore, T equal to 16 years.
First question, find the monthly payment of the loan for each bank. From the previous slide, we can list out some information. We know that 100,000 ringgit is personal loan, which is A for both bank. Interest for bank ABM, interest equal to 0.04 divided by 12, and the number of time is 84. So, what is R? Then, we just put the information into the formula to find R. For bank ABM, R equal to 1,366 ringgit and 88 cent. For bank ACM, we know that interest equal to 0.045 divided by 12, and the number of time is 108. After that, we just put the information into the same formula. So, R equal to 1,127 ringgit and 76 cent. Next, we go to second question. Find the amount of interest charged by each bank. So, we need to find interest charge, which is I. Before this, we already get monthly payment as answer. So, we need to put the information into the formula to find I, which is R times N minus A. So, for bank ABM, I equal to 14,817 ringgit and 92 cent. For bank ECM, we need to do the same step like bank ABM. We just put the information into the formula. So, I equal to 21,798 ringgit and 8 cent. Next, for question 3, state the advantages or disadvantages of choosing bank ABM. The advantage is low interest charge. The disadvantage is short term. For question 4, state the advantages or disadvantages of choosing bank ECM. The advantage is long term. The disadvantage is high interest.
From the question, we can list out all the key information. The S, which is the future value that equal to 50,000. The R, which is the amount of periodic payment that equal to 1,000. And I is equal to 4.8% divided by 6. We will use this information in the future value formula. After keying all the information into the formula, the amount of N is 42.228. Since N is an integer, we need to determine to use 42 or 43 by finding which one Mr. Ghazali can get the 50,000 ringgit. If N is equal to 42, the future value is 49,683 and 70 cents ringgit. On the other hand, if N is equal to 43, the future value is 51,081 and 16 cents ringgit. From the calculation, we can say that the amount of N is 43 because Mr. Ghazali can earn 51,081 and 60 cents ringgit on the future. From that, we can find the term since the N is equal to term times 6. Using the amount of the N that we get, which is 43, the term is 7.17 years.